Hello everyone, welcome you all for the lecture session on the subject of design of machine elements 1 having in subject code of 18ME52. So in the previous session we began with the numerical problems on the power screws. In today's session let us continue with a few more problems with respect to the power screws. So in today's class we will be solving the numerical problems on the power screws. So coming for the first problem of today's session. So the problem statement goes like this. A square threaded power screw has a nominal diameter of 44 millimeter. So we know that the screw will be having three different diameters, the core diameter, the mean diameter as well as the nominal diameter. So here they have given the nominal diameter of 44 millimeter and a pitch of 7 millimeter, and they have also specified with double threads. So a square threaded power screw has a nominal diameter of 44 millimeter and has a pitch of 7 millimeter with the double threads. So the number of starts or the threads on the screw is double. The load on the screw is 6 kilonewton. The screw has to take up a load of 6 kilonewton. The mean diameter of the thrust collar. So the mean diameter of the thrust collar is 50 millimeter. They have given the mean diameter of the collar. Then the coefficient of the friction. Here they have not mentioned whether it is with respect to the screw or with respect to the collar. They have just specified the coefficient of the friction is 0.12. We are supposed to determine the torque required in order to raise the load, the torque required in order to lower the load, the efficiency of this particular power screw, check whether the screw overhauls. So these are the four parameters we are supposed to identify based on the data given. So in the previous problem we understood the first step in solving any of the problem in power screws is to identify all the dimensions D, D1, D2, the pitch and the lead angle, that is tan alpha. Then we will proceed with the identification of the data. So first we will try to list down the problem, or we will try to list down the data given in the problem. A square threaded, so this becomes very important, it is a square thread screw. It is a square thread power screw which is having a nominal diameter of 44 millimeter. So for the nominal diameter we know the notation that we are going to make use is D2. Sorry, the D2 is for the mean diameter. So the nominal diameter is denoted by the term D. So D is how much? 44 millimeter. D is 44 millimeter. The pitch is 7 millimeter. Pitch is denoted by the term P, which is 7 millimeter, and it's a double start thread. It's a double start thread. It's a double start thread. The load on the screw is 6 kilonewton. So the load W is 6 kilonewton. The mean diameter of the thrust collar, the collar is denoted by DC. So the mean diameter is DC, which is how much? 50 millimeter. Now the coefficient of friction is 0.12. Whether they have not specified with respect to the screw or the collar. So what we will do is, we will assume that both the collar as well as the screw is having a coefficient of friction of 0.12 itself. So we are supposed to determine some of the parameters like the torque that is required in order to raise the load, to lower the load, the efficiency, and check whether the screw is overhauling. So in the power screw we should have three different diameters, which is the core diameter, nominal diameter and the mean diameter. Here we know the nominal diameter and we know the pitch. Using these two I can easily calculate the core diameter, that is denoted by the D1. So this is nominal diameter. Core diameter or core dia, that is denoted by D1. This D1 will be equals to the nominal diameter minus pitch. So how much is the nominal diameter? 44. Pitch is 7. So the core dia is 37 millimeter. 37 millimeter. Next, I need to calculate what? The mean diameter. So how do I calculate mean diameter? Mean diameter, that is denoted by D2. There are two ways to calculate. Either I can write D plus D1 by 2, or I can also do D minus P divided by 2. So if I do D plus D1 divided by 2, which is 44 plus 37 divided by 2, it is 40.5 millimeter. So the D2 value is 40.5 millimeter. Next, what is the thing we are supposed to calculate? So there are three diameters. I know the three diameters. I know the pitch as well. I should calculate the lead angle, which is given by tan alpha. So how do I do that? So the tan alpha is given by lead divided by pi into D2. So we know all these relations from the fundamentals. What is this L? This L is called as lead. This L is called as lead, and this lead will be equals to number of starts into pitch. This lead is equals to number of starts or thread into pitch. Do I know the number of starts or threads? Yes, I know. How much it is? Double start. Do I know the pitch value? 7 millimeter. Can I calculate the lead? Yes, we can easily calculate. So the lead L is equals to number of starts is 2 into the pitch is 7. So it is 14 millimeter. So this becomes a very important data. The lead is equals to 14 millimeter. Similarly, I can calculate now the tan alpha. So the lead is 14 divided by pi into what is D2. The D2 value is 40.5. Just now we have calculated. So the answer is 14 divided by 40.5 into pi. So the tan alpha, after doing the calculation, we are going to obtain the value to be of 0.11. We are going to obtain the value to be of 0.11. So this is the fundamental step that we are supposed to do in all the problems. After reading the data, just try to bring down this for this particular condition. Now let us begin with the problem. What is the first thing they have asked? The torque required in order to raise the load. We are supposed to determine how much amount of torque is essential in order to raise the load. See, whatever the parameter they ask in the problem in order to calculate, just go for the page number 135 for the power screws under square thread conditions. So there in that particular page we are going to obtain the different equations. For example, for torque, whether it is to require the rise or the lower, we have the equation 9.12a under page number 135. We are making use of K. Madhavan and Balvi data handbook. Similarly, we have efficiency, which is at the equation 9.12b under page number 135. The length of the nut. In this problem they have not asked, but generally that is available in the page number 135, which comes under 9.13b. Similarly, we have an overhauling equation in order to check whether the screw self-lock or overhauls. It is also available in the page number 135 in the data handbook. Now to begin with the first parameter where they have asked us to calculate the torque required, that is in order to raise the load. So the torque required in order to raise the load under square thread. The equation is available in the equation 9.12a page number 135. Substitute all the values in the equation. Let us check whether do we know all the values. Do we know the weight that it has to carry? It is 6 kilonewton. Do we know the diameter? We have calculated. Do we know the tan alpha? Yes, we know. Do we know the coefficient of friction? 0.12. We know the the coefficient of friction of the collar as well as the mean diameter of the collar. So we know all the parameters. Just substitute and calculate the value. So it is torque T is equals to 6 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 2 into that D2 is 40.5 into tan alpha is 0.11 plus 0.12 divided by 1 minus 0.11 into 0.12. So what is the coefficient of friction for the collar? So again it is 0.12 into the mean diameter of the collar. They are only given in the problem, it is 50 millimeter. So it is 50. So after substituting all the values, I am going to obtain the torque that is required in order to raise the load. So after substituting all the values, just do the calculations, we are going to obtain the value. After doing the calculation, we are going to obtain the value of 46.31 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton millimeter. We are keeping all the values in terms of newtons and millimeter. So the torque that we are going to obtain will also be in terms of Newton millimeter. So this is the amount of torque that is required in order to raise this particular load. This is the first parameter that they have asked in the problem. Coming for the second, what they have asked us to calculate the torque that is required in order to lower the load. We have derived a derivation where we have considered the two conditions, the torque that is required in order to raise the load in the power screw or in order to lower the load. In order to lower the load, just change the equation. This will become mu minus tan alpha divided by 1 plus mu tan alpha. Every other thing will remain same. So the torque that is required in order to lower the load is given by the expression T is equals to W by 2 into D2 of mu minus tan alpha divided by 1 plus mu tan alpha plus mu C dC. Let us try to substitute all the values and calculate. So how much is the weight that it has to carry? 6 kilonewton. Convert that into Newton divided by 2. The mean diameter of the collar is 40.5. The coefficient of friction is 0.12. The tan alpha is 0.11. So 1 plus 0.2 into 0.11 plus the mu C value is 0.12 and DC value is 50. After doing the calculation, after substituting all the values and doing the calculation, we are going to obtain the torque that is required in order to lower the load, which is given by 19.19 into 10 to the power of 3 and the unit is Newton millimeter. So this is the amount of torque that is required in order to lower this particular load of 6 kilonewton. So this is just a substitution and then the calculation. Coming for the next parameter, which is the efficiency of this particular power screw or the screw drive. So how much is the efficiency? Again, in order to calculate the efficiency, we have the relation in our data handbook under the equation 9.12b in the page number 135 for the square thread. So this is the equation where the equation goes neta is equals to d2 into tan alpha divided by d2 tan alpha plus mu over 1 minus mu tan alpha plus mu C dC. Substitute all the values and then calculate the efficiency. How do I do that? So if I know the data properly, I can solve the problem very easily. So the D2 value is 40.5 into tan alpha. The tan alpha value is 0.11 divided by, again the D2 value is 40.5 into tan alpha is 0.11 plus mu is 0.12 divided by 1 minus 0.12 into 0.11, that is tan alpha, plus mu C. Mu C is 0.12 into the diameter of the collar is 50. So after doing the calculation, I am going to obtain the efficiency. We have substituted all the values, just calculate the value, and the efficiency value that we have obtained is 28.86% after doing the calculation. So this is the amount of efficiency of this particular drive for this amount of load that it has to lift. So these are all the fundamentals that we have solved in the previous problem also. But the other thing they have asked in this particular problem is to check whether screw overalls. We know a condition which is called as a self-locking and overhauling. What is this self-locking? There is no, we are supposed to apply some amount of torque in order to lower the load. So this condition we are going to call it as self-locking. What is overhauling? There is no amount of force that is required in order to lower that particular load. It will automatically come down. So that should not happen in any of the power screw. Let us check whether that condition exists or not. If that, in order to check that, we have a ready equation that is available. The tan alpha should be greater than or equal to mu d2 plus mu c dc, d2 minus mu c of dc. If this tan alpha becomes lesser than this particular value or this becomes greater than this value, we are going to call it as overhauling condition. That should not happen. So we know the tan alpha, which is given by 0.11, should be greater than or equal to, what is mu? the mu value is 0.12. What is D2? 40.5 plus mu C DC. Mu C DC. Mu C is 0.12, coefficient of friction of the collar. Mean diameter of the collar is 50 millimeter divided by the entire equation. D2, how much is the D2 value? 44, because the D2 value is 40.5, the mean diameter of the collar. So D2 is 40.5 minus mu 0.12, mu C 0.12 into DC value is 50 millimeter. If I substitute all the values and then check for the condition of overall, 0.11 should be greater than or equal to. After doing all the calculation, I am going to obtain this particular value as 0.27. If this condition existed, like if 0.11 is greater than or equal to 0.27, or if this particular value on the right hand side is 0.05 or 0.06, then we would have stated that this particular screw is overhauling. But here the LHS value is less than the RHS value. So the screw is not overhauling, it is self-locking, it is under the safe condition. We can write that screw is self-locking, and this statement becomes very important. The screw is self-locking. If by any chance you are going to get the value on the right hand side to be of lesser than this particular value, then the screw would have overhauled. That condition should not exist. But here the RHS is greater than that of the LHS. So we can clearly state that the screw is of self-locking type. What they was, check whether screw overhauls. No, it is not of overhauling type, it is of self-locking. It is of self-locking. Now let us move on for the next problem and see what are the parameters that has to be identified. Now let us see the next problem. The next problem statement is a power screw for a jack, they have given the specific application, has an Acme thread of proportion 36 cross 30 cross 6. The coefficient of friction of the threads is 0.1 and at the collar it is 0.12. Determine the weight that can be lifted by this particular jack through an human effort of 300 Newton at the end of the lever span of 500 millimeter. What is the efficiency of the screw? We are supposed to check the efficiency. The length of the nut required considering the bearing pressure to be of 9 megapascal and the mean collar diameter of 40 millimeter. So this is the problem statement. After reading out the problem statement, the first thing that we should note on is the type of the thread. Here, what is the type of the thread for the jack they have given? It is an Acme thread. It is an Acme thread. It comes under the trapezoidal thread. It is not a square thread. We cannot make use of the relation that we have used in the previous problem. It is an Acme thread. Where we can check the relations for the Acme thread? Under page number 134 in our data handbook, we are going to get the relations for the trapezoidal thread or the Acme thread. So what is the thread angle when we take the Acme thread? It is 29 degree. If it is an trapezoidal, it is 30 degrees. So note down these angles. This Acme thread will have a thread angle of 2 theta equals 29 degrees and trapezoidal will have 2 theta equals 30 degrees. The proportion of 36 cross 30 cross 6. Let us try to list down the data now. The solution, the type of thread they have given is Acme thread. So the thread angle 2 theta is equals to 29 degree. So theta will be equals to 14.5 degrees. They have given the thread proportion. The thread proportion is of the order, thread proportion is of the order 36 cross 30 cross 6. So looking into this particular data, you should have got an idea what are the given data. They have given the nominal diameter, core diameter as well as the pitch. In the previous problems they used to give the data as 30 cross 6, 24 cross 6 like this, where they used to give only the nominal diameter and the pitch, whereas here they have given the corresponding data of the nominal diameter, which is denoted by the D, the core diameter, that is denoted by D1, and the pitch, that is 6 millimeter. Now what is the missing data, which is the mean diameter? I can easily calculate the mean diameter with this fundamentals. So now I will list down the data. So the nominal diameter D is equals to 36 millimeter. The core diameter D1 is equals to 30 millimeter. The pitch P is equals to 6 millimeter. The fundamental steps will remain same. We are supposed to calculate the unknown values of the diameter, which is the mean diameter D2 will be equals to either D minus P by 2 or D plus D1 divided by 2, which that will be equal to 30 plus 36 divided by 2. So the D2 will be equals to 33 millimeter. So this data becomes very essential. Now I know the nominal diameter, core diameter, pitch, as well as the mean diameter. What is the next thing I can do? Let us see the problem and then we will try with the data, fundamental data. The coefficient of the friction of the thread is 0.1 and at the collar it is 0.12. So they have given the friction values. So at the collar we have 0.12 and the square thread as having a coefficient of friction of 0.1, or the thread is having a coefficient of friction of 0.1 and the collar is having mu c is denoting the collar. So collar is having a value of 0.12. Determine the weight that can be lifted by this particular jack. The first thing that we are supposed to calculate is the weight. So we are supposed to calculate the weight, that is denoted by W. Through a human effort of 300 Newton at the end of the lever span of 500 millimeter. So here they have given two different data, which is the effort that we are applying and where the effort has been applied. So using these two data, what is the thing I can calculate? I can calculate the amount of torque that is applied. How? I know the load, I know the distance where it is applying. So what does the data it gives? It gives us the torque. So the torque T is equals to, effort, the how much amount of effort I am going to apply into the distance, the perpendicular distance basically. So the torque is equals to the amount of effort that I am applying is 300 into the distance it is acting is at 500. So the value is 300 into 500, it will be 150 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton millimeter. So this is the amount of torque that is applied. So with the given data of effort and the distance, we have calculated the amount of torque that is applied. Then what are the things that we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the efficiency of this particular drive. We are supposed to calculate the efficiency, which is denoted by neta. Then what is the other thing that we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the length of the nut that is required. So the length of the nut that is required is also to be calculated, and by considering the bearing pressure of 9 megapascal, they have given the bearing pressure in the problem. So the bearing pressure is 9 megapascal, as well as the mean diameter of the collar they have given, it is of 40 millimeter. It is of 40 millimeter. So what is the left out thing in our fundamental data? We are supposed to calculate the lead angle, that is tan alpha. How much is the helix angle? That is the value of tan alpha. How do we do that? So tan alpha will be equal to lead divided by pi into d2. Do I know d2 value? I have calculated the d2 value. Do I know lead? No, I don't know lead. How do I calculate the lead? So lead L is equals to number of starts into pitch. Number of starts into pitch. In the entire problem, have they specified the type of the threads or the number of starts they have given in the problem? So no, they have not mentioned. So what we can do? We will assume it as 1. we'll assume it as 1. It is left to your choice. You can assume it as a double start or triple start. If you are assuming double or triple, please mention that it has to be assumed as the double or the triple start. Here we are assuming the number of starts to be of 1, and what is the pitch value? The pitch value is 6 millimeter. So the lead is 6 millimeter. Now I know the values, just substitute in order to obtain tan alpha. Tan alpha is 6 divided by pi into 33. I am going to obtain the tan alpha. After doing the calculation, I am going to obtain the value of tan alpha, and the tan alpha value is 0.578. So the value of tan alpha that I have obtained is 0.578. So this is the fundamental step that we do in all the problems, and this has to remain same. Calculate all the diameters, calculate the tan alpha. Now let us begin with the identification. What are the things that we are supposed to identify? The first step is to identify the weight that is acting on this particular screw, or the weight that can be lifted by this particular jack. So how do I do that? So I know the relation for the torque that is required in order to raise the load. What is the condition here? It is not a square thread, it is an Acme thread. The type of the thread is Acme thread. So I cannot make use of the same relation that I am used to for square thread. Then where I can look for, or what is the relation? The relation is available in the data handbook in the equation 9.10i or 9.10i in the page number 134. What is the relation? The torque that is required in order to raise the load is given by W by 2 into d2 of tan alpha plus mu secant theta divided by 1 minus mu tan alpha secant theta plus mu c dc. Do I know all the values? Let us check after substituting the values. Do I know the amount of torque that is applied? Yes, I have calculated, that is 150 into 10 to the power of 3. Do I know the weight? No, that is the parameter that we are supposed to identify. So W as it is into D2 value is 33, tan alpha value is 0.578 plus coefficient of friction of the thread is 0.1, they have given in the problem, into secant theta. What is the value of theta? The theta value is 14.5. Substitute the value as 14.5 degrees divided by 1 minus mu value is 0.1 into tan alpha. Have I calculated tan alpha? It is 0.578 into secant 14.5 degree, that is secant theta. Whole thing has to be multiplied by mu c dc. What is the mu c value? 0.12. Mean diameter of the collar is 40 millimeter. So 0.12 into 40. So in the entire equation, the only unknown is W. So after doing the calculation, you can do this in stepwise. Do the calculation in the stepwise. We are going to arrive at the value of the weight that can be lifted by this particular screw. So the weight, after doing the calculation, that can be lifted by this particular screw for the amount of torque of 150 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton millimeter is 29.57 kilonewton. So just substituting the values in the calculator, we can obtain the amount of load, because in the entire equation the only unknown is W. So substituting the values, we are going to obtain the weight value to be of 29.57 kilonewton. What is the next parameter they have asked? They asked us to calculate the weight first. We are done with the weight. They are asking us to calculate the efficiency of this particular drive. How do I do that? Again, we have a relation for the efficiency of Acme thread, and the equation is available in the data handbook in 9.10J under page number 134. So just go for that particular equation and note down the equation. Remember, you need not to remember all these equations. Just refer the data handbook properly and note down the equation and then substitute the values. We are going to obtain the efficiency. So let us substitute the value and see. So neta indicates us the efficiency. So neta is equals to d2 into tan alpha. Do I know d2? d2 value is 33 into tan alpha value is 0.578. I have calculated those two values, divided by again d2 of, the d2 value is 33 into we have a bracket, we have tan alpha plus mu secant theta divided by 1 minus mu tan alpha secant theta. So the tan alpha value is 0.578 plus mu is 0.1 into secant 14.5 divided by 1 minus mu is again 0.1, tan alpha is 0.578 into secant theta is secant 14.5 plus mu c dc. Mu c is mu c value is 0.12 and dc value is 40. There are no unknowns in the equation, just the simplification of the equation. After simplifying, we are going to obtain the efficiency of the given problem. So the efficiency for this particular condition is 18.79%, and this value is obtained after doing the calculation, 18.79%. What is the next thing they have asked us to calculate? They asked us to calculate the efficiency. We are done with the efficiency, and they also asked us to calculate the length of the nut that is required, considering the bearing pressure to be of 9 megapascal. How do I calculate? I have a general expression in order to calculate the length of the nut, and that is available in the data handbook under page number 9.13b, 135 page number. So the length of the nut is given by 4 into W into P divided by bearing pressure into pi of d square minus d1 square. I know all the values. So the length of the nut is equals to 4 into, what is the weight? We have calculated the weight, 29.59, 29.57 into 10 to the power of 3 into pitch. The pitch for the given problem is 6 millimeter. It is 6 divided by, the bearing pressure is 9 megapascal given in the problem. So it is 9 into pi into d square minus d1 square. So the d is 36, d1 is 30. So 36 minus 30 square. So the length of the nut, after doing the calculation, we have obtained it to be of 63.36 millimeter. So in the given problem, we have identified the 3 parameters that they have asked, which was to be of a weight, the efficiency, as well as the length of the nut. So in the next session, we will begin with a new topic with respect to the power screws. Thank you.